Okay guys, so we're going to take a look at the Ford Fiesta ST, which is my personal, if I was buying a car today, within a reasonable budget, the Ford Fiesta ST would be my choice. I think this one might be leaving the US market after this year, so I'm hoping it doesn't, but we'll see. Disclaimer, I'm a Ford guy. I really like Ford. My dad works for Ford, my grandpa worked for Ford, so I'm a little predisposed to that. But let's take a look at this one. I'm just excited by, people get excited by these big, expensive cars, the Bentleys and all these, the Ferraris, the Maseratis, what you can do. But when you have unlimited funds, you're going to have a great car. I think that is a given. So, I'm excited for cars like these that allow you to get some of that great performance at a lower price point in terms of a new car. The one that we're looking at here has a MSRP of $26,620, and let's take a look at its options. So it's got a specialty paint, moonroof, the Recaro package, which is these seats here. So we're going to take a look at these seats. Heated seats, voice activated, and these premium wheelbase, which I'll get up and close with here. So these are extra with the red brake calipers with it. So the ST only comes in a hatchback version. So this is the performance. For those of you that don't know, Ford's ST line, they have a Focus ST, a Fiesta ST, and now we're going to take a look at the new Edge ST. But they're kind of normal cars, normal commuter cars that are given a performance boost. So this only comes in a manual transmission, and let's jump in and take a look. And again, this is my favorite car of the show. And now the first thing that you notice as I kind of jostle everything around when you get in is these seat bolsters. So there's really great bolstering here, and you can see my sides here are kind of hugged in. So I'm sitting normally now. You can see my sides kind of hugged in. So you're really locked into position. There's not a lot of movement here. And again, these are the additional charge for these full leather Recaro seats. And I mean, the bolstering on these, you can see that's a really firm, very firm. So, you either love the seats or you hate them. And I love them. I got to ride in these in a friend's Focus ST. But so let's take a look around the interior. We have this optional power moonroof. And, the performance that you're getting out of this car is pretty intense. I'll put the specs up, but I think we have about 197 or 198 horsepower, which doesn't sound as great as compared to we have our Ford GT over here, but even a Mustang has more horsepower. But the weight of this car is so light. The weight is just so light in comparison. Now, as I kind of feel my way around the interior here, we can notice that the interior appears to be a little dated in terms, in comparison to some of Ford's other models and even other manufacturers. The Sync 3 touchscreen here, which I don't think is going to work for us. You can see that it kind of seems just bolted on here. Because these models, when they first came out with them, didn't have the Sync or the My Ford Touch model, so it doesn't look as refined as in the Focus ST, which I'll take a look at over there. So you can see that. And then, even though we do have some nice padding here in the driver's side, we still have a lot of hard plastics around. So it would be nice. It is a leather-wrapped steering wheel, though. So, I mean, I have heard some complaints about the interior. Even this is like a rubberized finish, but, I really don't think it's that bad, and I love these seats. The longer I sit in these, the more I really like them. And I'm sorry for kind of taking you guys around but with the camera there, but we'll take a look at the center instrument cluster. So, kind of disappointing. I was hoping we'd get like a color LCD screen in the ST models, but it looks like we don't, at least with the Fiesta ST. We have red speed gauges, the basic Fiesta and Focus, and those have blue speed gauges, so a little more performance looking. You do have that Sony premium sound, and this one has navigation. Again, only a manual transmission, and this feels like a pretty good shift knob. If you get the really great package, the kind of upgraded package, you get a carbon fiber shift knob. I think these are pretty easy to change anyway, but I mean, it feels pretty good. My elbow does hit a little bit, so maybe it's a little too close, but this should provide ample space. So, the shifts seem pretty short. I mean, the car's in park and not on, so there's only so much I can do, but it seems like fairly short shifts. You know, obviously can't gauge the response because I can't drive it, but you know, pretty great looking. Back room doesn't seem like there is a whole lot. We'll take a look back there, and then on the ground here you can see we have metal. You know, actually really nice feeling. I'm wearing a shoe, so why does it matter that I have these metal pedals? But I definitely noticed the difference. You know, they just feel a lot higher quality than you know, your average you know, pedals. In the middle here we do have climate control, things like that, heated seat, and this does have ambient lighting. So if the car was on, the cup holders light up and all that. So the only real drawback from a technology standpoint in my mind is just how small that screen is. It might be adequately sized for this car. I can't really tell because it's, you know, it's not on. But the Ford Focus ST over there, which, you know, does carry its bigger car and has a bigger premium, and the price tag does have a kind of recessed in screen, which we'll take a look at over there. So before we're done with this, and again, this is my favorite car, you know, of the auto show, because like I was saying, you know, what can you get for that price that you're paying? You know, if you have an unlimited blank check, then you'll get a great car. But what happens if you only have, and I've seen this on dealer incentive, you know, they're selling them if you have Ford employee pricing, or, you know, you can get a good deal somewhere for around $19,000-$20,000 with the basic seats, not the premium seats. So I mean, baseline, you know, the entry cost is really low with these. And so, I mean, you're getting a really great car with really great performance, low curb weight. I think it's 197, like I said, horsepower, and the torque is really good too. You can see in the back here, Ford uses in a lot of their cars this kind of, I don't know what to call it, but the seat goes in for your legs. And back here, I mean, you can see that my legs are kind of pressed up against. I'll move back here. So I mean, I have a little bit of room, and I was close to maybe a natural driving position, so you can see my room in the front there. You know, so I mean, I do have a good bit of room. I can reach behind me and put the seatbelt on, no problem. So I do have a good bit of room if you're, you know, going around town, going to the bar, going to a game. You know, short drives, I really don't think this is a problem for passengers. But you know, the longer the ride, you know, it would get cramped back here. This is Ford's smallest vehicle. You know, it's in that subcompact category where it competes with things like the Chevy Sonic and you know, cars like that. So good car, it seems. You know, you guys can make your own opinion. You know, I really enjoy this car. This is, you know, this is the quote unquote dream car that, you know, I want when I get a real job out of college, or, you know, you guys keep watching my videos and propel me to stardom. So this has been my look at this is a 2017 Ford Fiesta ST. I believe they're releasing a 2018 model, but only it's basically just a 2017 with a refresh. So let's get a quick look at the back here. So this has been my look at the Ford Fiesta ST. What do you guys think of it? And the hot hatch category in general, announced at the auto show are several competitors, so we'll take a look at those as well. Let me know what you guys think about the video, and have a good one.